America, planet Earth, what's good? This is your boy Codell, and welcome back to another episode of the Father's Gospel Podcast. Today, we got a good one, like always. We got Robert Garza back on FGP. Robert, thank you for being here. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Good, good. I am excited to have you on, man. I want to thank you for agreeing to these monthly interviews, bro. I feel like just getting out as much information on everything you're doing and helping other parents do is absolutely important to help growing this movement. So thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
To go ahead.
no, just thanks for having me. I like getting all this awareness out, and it needs to be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So today, you guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be running through the 12 solutions that Mr. Garza has provided for we the people. And these are bills that he has ready to go that you can implement in your own state. So he's going to be running through explaining those. Then we're going to highlight the importance of two bills just because I find these two bills very interesting. And I think you guys will as well. And then after that, we're going to basically give Robert a quick moment to, well, not a quick moment, but we're going to give him some time to let the people know about all the amazing things he's been doing lately. So he's definitely been shaking some things up. So, anyways, you guys, let's get into it. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. We're going to jump here. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We are right on Robert Garza's Facebook page. Okay, you guys. So we're scrolling down here. Robert, what do we got going on here?
So this is a bill stack that I have, and it started with like time taken, time back, when you make a false allegation. So I'll run through them real quick if you don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah, please, please.
Sure. So the first one's a new start at equality, and I've made it really simple. And you have to just be fit, willing, and able, and live within 25 miles of your kid's school. That is it. We need a place to start before you can put all these things in. And so I think I've said this before, it's like a relay race. You get something in there to stop the bleeding, and then you can go back and amend it and do all kinds of other stuff.
Okay,
Um,
so that's the
so
start of new quality. That's this
yeah,
one right here,
so
guys.
so once you have 50-50 shared parenting in, or even if you have whatever you have now, anyone can take your parental rights away just on a false allegation. And they do it all the time. So the time taken, time back law stops that. And so when somebody makes a false allegation and it gets ruled out, then when you return the child, they return the time also. And that stops from making an allegation or a false allegation, but it won't stop a real allegation. That's the beauty of it. And then the three strikes law, if somebody's withholding your child and not bringing them to the drop off, then this is a penal code, not a civil code. So this is a criminal code. And so it's a state jail felony in most states. But after I amend this, it's going to be when the cop comes out, he's going to be able to give a $500 fine the first time, the second time, and then the third time it becomes a state jail felony. Hopefully, all these games will stop. Then another one, if you've had your justice delayed in court, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So
Robert, sorry. Let me just interrupt real quick. I just feel like it's important to say, you guys, the reason with the three strikes law is important because the difference between a penal code and a civil code, just in case you don't know this, is with it being a penal code, it gives the cops the ability to enforce the law. And yeah. So, anyways, please go on.
it's the only tool that law enforcement will have when this goes through your state to be able to do something when they get there. Most of the time, they tell you to go take care of it in family court. Now, this still doesn't stop someone from going to family court and pursuing it criminally, also. You could do both. So you can yeah, you could do it both ways.
Okay.
And so once you do get in family court, I've done it both ways. I've done civil and criminal. And so when I finally got into civil court, which is family court, the judge just, after we had the hearing, it took 6 months to have the hearing on my enforcement. And then 6 months later, we still didn't have a ruling. So when
So
I
you're
looked
talking
into
about for
this,
justice delayed, justice denied.
correct. And so
Okay.
this requires judges to rule within 10 days. And then if your judge is against you and crazy things going on, cameras in the courtroom. This law will protect both you and the judge. If you're making allegations against the judge, it protects them. If if they're doing crazy stuff against you, then it protects you. You can just rewind the tape like a football game. Child support, dual calculation right now in most states, it's just, well, in Texas for sure, they only take the calculation of one parent. This will show both parents and kind of reform that. And it's a dual calculation of both parents. So if you're having that issue, and then a massive one is temporary orders appealable. This one's huge because right now, your temporary orders are your final orders unless you can make it to final trial. And
Right.
if you, and that's hundreds of thousands of dollars if they're playing games, social studies, psych evals. If you make them appealable, you can go over your judge's head and appeal those. Justice for targeted parents. This one's a cool one. It's a reimbursement of fees and costs in cases involving parental alienating behavior, not alienation, alienating behavior. So if they're withholding the child for no reason, that's an alienating behavior. If they're bad mouthing, if they're um, making false allegations, this bill, once it passes in your state, actually says that the alienator is the one that is going to be dinged for all of the your attorney, all the psych evals, the home studies, the amicus attorney, the whole ball of wax. So if they're going to keep playing games, they're going to pay for both sides. Number
Right.
9 is the litigant access and economy bill. This is pretty cool because by Zoom, if the court has Zoom available, then you should be able to use Zoom, and so is your attorney. This will cut down on all your fees. I did this because a friend of mine he's an attorney. He went to a court case for 2 minutes. It took him an hour to get there, an hour back. He's 600 an hour. That's $1,200 he had to bill his client, and he felt bad about doing it. And so I came up with this litigant access and economy bill where if there is Zoom available, it's available. And a lot of people are indigent after you're going through all this stuff. And then who has the money to pay $1,500 for a court transcript? The court's already paying that transcriber to be there, and that's your tax dollars. Your county tax dollars are paying that, or state tax
Right.
dollars, whichever. So why would they get paid twice whenever you're indigent? So this allows you to get those transcripts for free. And then the guardian ad litem. This is huge, and I had the problem in my case also. The guardian ad litem was trying to overstep her boundaries. The only people that can give any kind of recommendation on your parenting time is a custody evaluator or a home study. Your guardian ad litem, or at least in Texas, and I'm not an attorney, but here in Texas, they can't do that. That's
Okay.
overstepping their boundaries. But this will actually, and so there's another thing. There's an amicus attorney and a guardian ad litem, two different things. A guardian ad litem is appointed by the court, and so there's some things that are going on there. They're not even an attorney half the time, and that's the issue with appointing them to do all this stuff. And then the Family Court Fairness Act, that's prohibition on pending criminal charges. So let's just say your ex says you were trespassing or that you abuse them, while those, or a DWI, if it's pending, let's just say it's pending, they can't use that in family court against you unless it's found to be charged to you. And a lot of people try getting their other parent on these charges, trumped up charges or family abuse or whatever that aren't
Right.
even solidified. And so when they do that, it mixes everything up. And this will keep it where it's child-centered and on point.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, so that's the 12. These are the 12 bills, you guys. And I mean, you have them, they're all ready to go, right? As far as being written out and structured.
Yes. So you can go to robertgarza.us. It'll find what zip code you're in. And once you're there, you can click on a bill. And we're still adding these because that's a lot of bills. Even the first 8, let's just say
I'm
8
gonna go to your
states.
website. There you
Yeah.
go. Sorry, go
Yes.
on.
Yeah. So even 8 bills per state, that's over 400 bills that I got to write myself. I'm writing these. I don't have a staff or anything. You want to donate? It's up there at the top
Wait,
right.
you're writing 400 bills?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for
Yeah.
all states. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, yeah. Yeah, you guys, and You got definitely, if you can, I definitely recommend donating to this to Mr. Garza because I mean he's putting in a lot of work and he's doing a lot of good things, you guys. He's worth the support. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. So the cool part about this, you can go there, download whichever one. I don't recommend downloading all of them. Be very
Yeah.
specific which one would help you. And I guarantee you one of these would have saved you 90% of the trouble that you had in family court, no matter what.
Is
So
there
that's the
anything you want me to click on in particular to
um
highlight?
I think you can click on not advocate, but the other one.
Which one? What are you
Let's
talking
see,
about?
hold on. View bills.
Oh, view bills. Okay, there we
Yeah.
go.
So
Yeah.
then go in time taken, time back.
Okay.
So then
Boom.
it loads, and then that's it. The website senses where you're at, and so if there's bills in your state, then it'll show it how they're going through or whatever. Which state are you in?
I'm in Washington. See, let me
That's
see. Let me
weird.
take my
Oh,
blocker
set your
off.
location. Sorry, set your go back to the website.
Okay.
It says set your location right there. Oh, go back. View bills.
View bills.
Click on
Okay, and
time
then
taken, time back, and then at the top, set your location right above the word. There you go.
oh, okay,
You must
cool.
have something on your computer where it's not letting you kind of
Yeah,
track.
I use Brave browser, all these I'm like Mr. No Google as much as I can.
Yeah,
Okay, here
so
we go.
so that's why. So see, so it shows you're in Washington, and it says view bill.
Okay, there we go. Okay. And this is how easy he's made it, you guys. Like he's prepped it for us here in Washington State. So look at this. Yeah, go over this, Robert.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
look,
So it has your Washington bills or the time taken, time back is already done for your state, and so you can literally print this out, take it to your House rep or your senator, and say, "Look, I have a problem with false allegations. This solves that issue. When they return the child, they shall return the time, the same type of time. So if they hijack your spring break, you're getting two in a row. They hijack your Christmas, you're getting two in a row." And I think if you scroll down a little bit, let me see if I put it in Washington yet. Keep going. So here's the need for the bill. So you can
boom.
copy this, paste it to your state legislator, House rep. It explains what the bill's about. Um, and it makes it very, very easy. Like this is a no-brainer. And this isn't like 23 pages. The bill itself is like maybe one, two, and it's double spaced or whatever. So,
Which is beautiful because they don't need to be long because the bigger they are, the more junk you can try to hide, sneaky stuff you can try to hide in
oh
there.
yeah,
So
this is super clean. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So, I mean, you're writing all these bills. So I mean, this is basically this is you going into Washington State and figuring out their RCW. Like this is you doing that.
Oh yeah, yeah. So whether it's
And you
interfering
live in Texas. Sorry. Like
yeah, I live in
I
Texas.
see,
And so
like I just want to highlight that, you guys. Like this is how much Robert is cares about trying to fix this issue. I mean, he no like he just chose to do this and he's doing this, he's working on doing this in all 50 states. So Robert, I just wanted to let the people know that and give you a little praise. Anyways, go on.
oh thanks. So if you back out of that bill and you can go into like the three strikes law
Okay.
for Washington also,
Let's
just go
see.
back, yeah, and then go back again. There you are. And then
View
click the
bills.
there you go.
Okay.
See if
And
everything
then
works like it should. Yes, it does. Okay.
Washington bill status.
Yep.
Boom. Okay.
And then just click on view bill. And so this is for the three strikes, and this is when people interfere with your child custody. It allows you to, when the cop comes out, he can give a $500 fine the first time, second time, and third time it becomes, I think, a second degree felony if you scroll down. Oh, go up a
Yeah,
little bit.
class C, I
Go up.
think. Oops.
Go up a little bit. There you are, right there. So that first is an infraction, $500. The second time it's a misdemeanor of 1,000, and then the third time it's a C felony. Now, here's the problem that I've seen with all of going into all these states. I have to not only look at your state codes, I have to look at your criminal codes and make it apply to that also. So this is not just easy thing to do. I got to make sure that it applies. That way, when they read it, it's 100%.
Yeah.
What they're going to do is they're going to take the advocate or whoever wants to do this in their state. They take this to their state senator, house rep. They give it to them. They give it to ledge council, which is legislators council. They turn it into a bill number, and that's when you get SB something that's for the Senate, and or if it's a House bill, it's an HB number. So,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah. 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 So you guys, I mean, look at this. This is again, this is him doing all this, going through all these different codes in every different state to make sure these bills line up for all our states. So it's incredible. All right, you know what? I just want to hop over to uh you have a web. Is this the correct website to where you can, yeah, join the team? Okay. So, really quick, you guys, Robert Garza is looking for activists who want to help, get all these different bills passed through in all 50 states. So, if this is something you're interested in joining, you guys, you got to go to his website. I highly encourage you to sign up and just figure out, like, you go through it. He asks, like what your custody status is, visitation courts, relationship, but also what you can do. This is what's really important. How you can help contribute to the cause. So, we all got different talents and stuff, but basically, like, I encourage you guys to get on this website, figure out how you can help contribute to this in all 50 states, and let's get this going. Anyways, Robert, go on.
No, no, no. You're totally right. So if you want to be involved, you can be as little as involved or a lot involved. And so when you sign up for this, I try to contact someone in every state. If you can go to my Facebook page, and then click on the map, I'll explain that.
Okay.
So once you sign up, you don't
Where's the
just
map at?
automatically get on the map. It's down one post,
Okay.
maybe two posts. Keep going, one more. There.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
So that map shows you everything. What's in green right now are bills that passed. The ones in yellow right now are advocates just like you. They're just I'm not an attorney, I'm not a lawyer, a judge, I'm nothing. I'm not a state senator, I'm not a house rep. I am a father just like or a parent just like you all. And so these are other advocates that when you go up to my page and you sign up, I put you in touch with all of them in your state, and then you all as a team go into your own state with whatever bills you want. One can take one, another one can take another one to your state senator, your house rep, and you get these put into your legislature. And once they do, then they vote on them and they pass them or deny them. So it works out really well. It
Yeah.
makes
Yeah. This is good stuff.
And you can turn your pain into purpose. Let me tell you something. In Texas, it took me 6 months to pass this for 30 million Texans. Six
Right.
months. I couldn't get anywhere in my court case with 6 months.
Yeah. Right, right, right. Yeah, man, that's just incredible. And look at this, you guys. I mean, look at this map. I mean, this is a army of like parental of parents just building who are all on the same page about fixing the family court. So like we really there's something significant building here, you guys. Like we're on the precipice. I just absolutely love it. It makes me excited. So good job, Robert. Good
Thanks.
job. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
it's going to all turn green very soon. I don't doubt it. These bills are needed, they're necessary, and they're just no nonsense.
Yeah. Well, and I think we're living in a time period where there is a major culture shift going on, and this is just things are starting to swing in our favor, and we're kind of in that early stages, but the cracks are becoming very noticeable. So yeah,
Yes.
it's beautiful. Yeah, okay. So Robert, what are like, tell us about some of the big things that have been happening with you lately? Because I know you've had some big interviews and obviously some legislation, whatever. You go where you want to go. Let the people know what's going on right now.
Yeah, so there's been a lot going on. Been I'm part of like two or three documentaries that are being filmed right now. Usually what happens in these documentaries is that they highlight a bunch of people that are going through family court, but there is no solution to any of them.
Right.
Now there's a solution to whatever you went through, and it's very easy, and you can do it yourself or someone else can. The very least you can do is when these bills come up, and that's why you want to sign up to be an advocate, is that you can testify about your story to the Senate and to the House. And if you can't even get there to the Capitol, that's okay too. You have to work, I understand. And they do it last minute. You can send in your testimony and they read it also. So
Mm.
you will be part of this process no matter what, and you will be part of getting these bills passed. Other
What
than
are
that,
these three documentaries that you're in? Can you name them?
they don't really have names for them yet. They're going
Okay.
through them. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, well, they kind of do, but it's not solidified, so I'd hate to put it out there and then they change it.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
one of them, team met me at the Capitol one day and they heard the three strikes law going through Texas, and they heard me and two attorneys and a mental health person testifying for the bill, and it went through unanimous through the committee. And so things are going so fast, and Texas meets every 2 years. I am busy every day because there's legislation going on in every state at some point, or a Zoom meeting. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to tell you. So once you get a meeting with your House rep and your state senator, you let me know, or someone's going to let me know that Zoom link. I'm going to let you tell their story because you're their constituent, and then you can say, hey, this is the author of the bill, and then I can explain it very well. So if you can't speak, don't worry about it. It's okay. All you have to do is just get a meeting set.
Basically tee it up for you and then
Yeah.
you'll freaking knock it out the park. Like, yeah.
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 Yeah, I had a
Okay.
guy in Colorado do that, and the senator said or the House rep said they can only take 5 bills a session. And she heard two of them, and she was just like, I'll take both of those right now. And it was only a 30-minute phone call, and it was done. Colorado's done. Now, I can
Nice.
almost guarantee you she hadn't heard three of, the other ones, but I can almost guarantee you that House rep it'll just be all five of whatever she wants to choose of my bills.
Yeah. Yeah. That's incredible. Okay. So what else is going on, Robert?
No. I have one. There's what's it called? PASG. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
What is
It's
PASG?
Yeah, it's the Parental Alienation Study Group,
Okay.
and it was founded by Dr. William Burnett. And anyway, I'm going to be speaking about legislation stopping parental alienation, like the time taken, time back, the three strikes law. That's where all this starts. You can't have parental alienation if you're not separating that time or giving that time more time to one parent than the other. And that's why the 50-50 is so important also, but even more so the time taken, time back, and the three strikes, because even if you get 50-50, you can go to zero very quickly.
Right, right. Okay. And let me ask you this, because like when you say, because a couple minutes ago, you're talking about like moving quick. When I talk to a lot of other people, that are kind of in this same world that we are, a lot of them tend to think that this is going to take like 5 to 10 years. A lot of them think
No.
10 years to get done. It looks like you disagree with that. Like, what's your timetable? What do you envision in your head?
Well, if you look, I've only been doing this since the time taken, time back got in 2023, and it only took 6 months. North Dakota took another 4 or 5 months. This is going to happen very fast. This is not slow at all. The only thing that's going slow on this is, like in Texas, we only meet every 2 years. So I can't have another chance to pass more bills now. But now that I have the process down, I guarantee you can have a legislator take one here, one there. So if there's 12 of you in a state, you can have one bill each to take to your state legislator or your House rep. So you have two chances for them to take the bill. And even if they say no, you can go to any other House rep or state senator. So I didn't know this process, but I'm teaching people as fast as possible with good legislation, and it will pass. People, legislators want to pass good legislation, and this is very good legislation. Yeah, so it's very easy. So once you sign up to be an advocate, you can get in there with everyone else from your state, and then when I appoint someone to be kind of the lead, or two people in case one gets sick or whatever, they'll call you or email you, and then you'll Zoom in with me. Y'all figure out what bills you want to do. I make sure that you have those bills, and then you call your state senator, House rep. You have two chances. You have a House rep, and then you also have a senator that you can go to get both of these bills. Now, you can have both of them go through at the same time. You can have the same bill in the House and the same bill in the Senate, which is ideal because they'll meet each other in the middle. They've already went through the House and the Senate, and that way they've cleared both houses and the Senate. That's the best way to do it. But even if you
Oh,
don't, oh, it's amazing. I've learned so much about this process. I knew nothing about it. Now I had to figure it out. I got it. So if you have
yeah.
any
I didn't
questions,
think you
I
could
got
do
you.
that. Yeah, I did not think you could do that at the same time. So, yeah,
Oh
thanks. You
yeah.
just educated me.
Yep. As long as they're not amending them, it's the same bill. And even if they did amend it in any part, they can decide when they meet which one they take. And then if it's already passed, the House, the Senate, whatever, they just have to do it's a quick thing. But that's the best way to do it. So you have a House and a senator, and you can even have multiple House and multiple senators championing the bill so they can sign on to the bill to support it. So that's good. But once you get there, or back up before you get there, once you get your team ready, whatever, we have you figure out what bill, then you call your state senator, House rep, get an appointment with them, and then we Zoom call them, just you and you can tell them your story. I'll tell them why the bill's needed and, everything about it. So you don't have to be well spoken to do this.
Right, right. I mean, obviously, you guys, and I'm just saying this because, if you've gone through this, you know this. Make sure as you're telling your story, you don't allow, you keep your emotions in check. Not that you don't show any emotions, but you keep them under control and stay poised. So, or else they'll just think you're a lunatic. So,
You do not want to get on there and emotionally throw up. Literally, I went through 15 years of, here, watch this. I went through 15 years family court, spent $700,000 just being able to be a father in my children's life, fit, willing, and able. And I went through 43 plus false allegations. Now I'm changing legislation because of it. See
yeah,
how fast that
yeah,
was? That's how fast you have to get it out.
yeah. So Robert, like it sounds like you're basically looking for leaders then in each state. You're looking for just even if it's just one or two individuals to come out of each state to start pushing this legislation through.
Oh, you
And
have no
then
idea.
yeah.
I have people all over the country that I talk to. They didn't think they would be doing this. I have a woman in Oklahoma right now that just called me yesterday. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I contacted my senator's office and they replied they want to do a meeting." I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "I'm shocked. I have no idea how to." It was that easy. I was like, "It is that easy." She's a
Okay.
housewife.
Right, right. Yeah, no, no, that's incredible. And so, I mean, obviously, you need these people, you need leaders in all these different states. I mean, what else, I mean, is there any other type of help you're looking for as far as this goes when people sign up?
This is the easiest process that I could make it. I'm not making it hard. You don't have to go knocking on doors. You don't have to get a bunch of groups behind you. You don't have to go public speaking. You don't have to do anything. You set a
Yeah.
meeting, you call me, we Zoom in, we get it
Okay.
set, and it's done. If you want to
Okay.
testify, great. If you want to testify in writing, perfect. However much you want to do it.
Yeah. You guys, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how much more clear you can make it. So, yeah, I mean, Robert, thank you, man. I feel like you provide, I mean, you always do. You provided some amazing information today, and I'm really hoping that this is motivating the listeners out there. And yeah, you guys get on board. Let's get this done together and because we just are stronger in numbers and the tide is turning. Robert, dude, thank you so much for joining us today. Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Yes, happy Father's Day weekend. Today is happy Father.
Hey,
Yeah, happy Father's
yeah.
Day.
Dude, I feel terrible. Yes, happy Father. I didn't even realize it. Like, and I'm, dude, I'm guilty, gentlemen. I should be aware of that. So, all right. Well, Robert, thank you, dude, for everything you do. And you guys, he'll be back next month. Make sure you share this video, like this video, subscribe, give me a follow, give Robert a follow, go sign up to join the movement to get this legislation passed. And together we will take back our families. Love y'all. God bless. And God loves you even more. We're out. Peace.